Hello, lovelies. I am here with a testimony from our friend Angelina. I was really surprised that with her testimony, she also sent over a love offering, and it came as a confirmation I can't even explain. And it was just really incredibly powerful. And I'm very excited to read this. So, without further ado, hi, Fiery Grace. When I first awakened and began my divine healing journey, one of your videos regarding twin flames or the divine masculine suddenly appeared on my phone, which I believed I was guided to, as it was important for me to listen and learn important information regarding the subject. I am truly blessed and so grateful to God for guiding me to your channel, as it does provide much needed insight and information regarding twin flames and the divine masculine. For those having difficulty or who are confused regarding their specific circumstances during their divine healing journey and awakening. Please note that I only had one personal reading with you, and the information you provided me with was very helpful and useful on my divine healing journey and awakening, as you helped me to realize that the person I thought was my divine masculine was actually a counterfeit divine masculine and not my true DM. Thankfully, I am now in alignment with God's divine will, and I am God's chosen one. I am now becoming all that God intended me to be, with God and heaven's assistance. I am now fully awakened, and I now live my life guided by God. Now that I am fully awakened, one of the things I was guided by God to complete was to make a donation to the main channels that assisted me the most throughout my divine healing journey. And your channel did provide me with much needed information regarding twin flames and the divine masculine, and God and heaven is continuing to guide me regarding my true divine masculine. Please accept my donation as my sincerest thanks for all the good work that you are continuing to do regarding the awakening process. I've also prayed to God to continue to bless you in your efforts and to inspire and guide you in providing important content on your channel that will assist more individuals that are on their divine healing awakening process, so that each of them can complete the important mission or missions that God sent them here to do. Thank you again, and God bless you. I was so shocked. I was having such a strange several months, but it was a culminating moment, and my executive dysfunction had kicked in. And even though I only had a few more things to do that maybe would take me another couple of hours, I just wanted to quit. I couldn't explain it. Every day had felt like an uphill battle. And just as I was thinking, you know what, maybe I'll finish this another day, I got this message from Angelina saying, I'm trying to make a donation, but the amount I want to make is not available on your site. What do I do? And to be honest with you, I was so confused. I didn't believe it was real. But once I realized that I know this person, wait a minute, I know Angelina. I was like, I don't think she would randomly make up that she's going to send me a donation, and that she has a message. I didn't know what the message was going to be. I didn't realize it was this beautiful testimonial. And so I sat there and I thought, this is insane. Because I am I am trying so hard to push through this and I just don't want to do it. It's such tedious work. And then this happens. And then I didn't hear from her. This is the funny part. I didn't hear from her for a couple hours. And so I'm finishing, I'm pushing because now I've got this buzz in me. And when I tell you, less than 5 minutes after I closed this project, by the way, this project I started in June and I've been working on it every single day. I mean, It was kind of a nightmare, to be honest. It was just a lot. And I just didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. I knew that I was being called to do it. Imagine my surprise when 5 minutes later, I see the donation come in. And I think a major part of why I didn't want to keep doing this is because imagine doing 4 months of work and not being paid for it. Imagine doing 4 months of work and not knowing if the thing that you're doing is even going to do anything. I was, I felt foolish, you guys. I felt foolish. And then this happened that day. I can't, I could probably explain it better, but I hope that you get my gist when I say, I believe her. She says she's God's chosen one. God had me doing something that I felt like it felt like an assignment. It didn't feel like, oh, I'm so excited about. No, it felt like I was given a project to do. I didn't want to do it. She could have sent this message at any time. She could have reached out any time. Like, what are the odds that that would happen? It's not a coincidence. What I really appreciate is that she was able to glean so much from the readings and from other videos that I shared because I used to share more than just readings. And what's really wild is that even though I am a Christian, I do struggle with evangelism. I know we're all supposed to do it, but I just have met so many people who have been hurt by people who claim that they're doing things on God's behalf. And so I really try not to speak about that kind of stuff. I feel like the best thing I can do is just lead by example and say, you know, at least one Christian that's not like the others. To hear that someone in my faith was brought to me and now she relies on God and clearly is tapped in, clearly felt called to do something and was obedient and had no idea what her message was meeting me. You know, she didn't know what energy I was in. She didn't know what I had been dealing with. I am so grateful not only for the testimony, not only for the donation, but I'm grateful that I have crossed paths with Angelina and people like her. People who legitimately see this journey as something more than just, I don't know, a big dramatic cesspool, you know? I believe that this is a place that divine feminines can go and grow and learn and expand and explore. But we get a really bad rap. And there are people who kind of makes us deserve the bad rap, you know? But to know that people from all walks of life, from all beliefs and backgrounds, could come into our space as, you know, twins, this collective, this global collective that we are, and get what they need in spite of the fact that the information kind of feels so general. It just shows that there is a deeper level to all of this, and that there's a reason that each and every one of us was brought to this thing that we've been exploring. And even if it's not something that we stay with or something that we do exactly the same way we did it when we started, it is a blessing that can take us higher. And I believe I wrote on my calendar on my wall, this fall I rise. And I really believe that so many of us are rising up right now. Me, Angelina, pretty much anyone that I've had a conversation with in the past like month or two, it's actually eerie. I recently shared that if you think about it, I haven't been doing readings. I haven't been updating people on where my energy is or where other people's energy is. And yet now I'm getting more calls than ever from people who have what heard maybe a divine masculine channeled love letter, but not anything from me directly. And they're all saying the same stuff all over the world. It is amazing because woo, no. Woo. It's amazing because to know that there is a wave or a movement of this, you know what I mean? This like aligned energy, and that it comes from something inside us and not something outside of us, and that it is birthed into the world, brought into this dimension. To know that others are where I am, I have been missing this. I don't watch readings, and I haven't in the first 3 months that I did. I really wasn't watching mostly readings. I was more so trying to find information about twin flames, and there really wasn't anything out there other than a lot of readings or people kind of doing like how to manifest your twin and all this different stuff, and it was just all very confusing and contradictory, and somehow I found my way. And to know that in spite of the fact that I could be brought to something that was so confusing and find my true path is really strange. And sometimes it's hard to believe. It's like, was it really this? Was it really twin flames? Was it really my journey, or was this where I was meant to be all along? And there's all these questions like, would this have happened either way? Like all that kind of stuff. What I am missing, that I am realizing I'm getting through these testimonials and testimonies, is that confirmation that I think so many people get from readings. You know what I mean? Like so many people get that and they're like, "Oh, thank you." I have not been getting that, and I just realized I love you guys. And I hope that more of you will send in. I did not ask for donations. I just wanted testimonies and testimonials because I wanted to start to share those success stories from inside the journey. And I also wanted to be able to kind of explain from the perspective of a divine feminine, like what some of these different things that I offer can actually help with. But I did not realize that I also need that sometimes, right? I need that confirmation. I need to know I'm on the right track. I need to know I'm a part of something bigger. And I'm just really grateful because every single one of these testimonies so far has just like knocked me off my feet. But today I realized, thinking about all of them, like, oh my gosh, I needed this so bad. I really had no idea if I was just floating in the wind for a while now, being obedient and feeling awful. I just, I'm doing my best, but nothing feels good. And then I start hearing that other people have been doing that, pushing past those barriers and the procrastination and the fear, whatever it is that we've just been doing it. And I'm just grateful that I feel like I'm a part of something and not on the outside just trying to help. So I love you. I'm going to go. This is way too long. I'll talk to you later.